It's October 3rd, which of course you know is Mean Girls Day, but what if this year you watch the movie and then celebrate the movie with a twist? The book Hype Women, with the foreword by Jamie Lee Curtis. Erin Gallagher, the author of the book, is here tonight to tell us more. Erin, thanks for being here.
Hi, Michelle. I'm so happy to be here with you.
So, Erin, why is it so important for women to hype each other up?
You know, it's time for us to realize our incredible collective power. We are 51% of the population, we're half of the labor force, we're 85% of consumer buying power. When we use all of that power and influence to amplify one another and our work and our successes versus tear each other down, we will be able to achieve everything we desire and deserve.
This is such a concept that I feel like wasn't around 20, 30 years ago. Mean girls were always being mean, and there still are, kind of, especially when you really talk to kids who are teenagers or preteens. So how can we stop listening to the mean girls of the world?
Yes, you're right. They always have been around. They always will be, and it's going to be a matter of us reclaiming our power in this space. So it's both an internal and an external shift. Internally, we have to acknowledge that there is a mean girl inside of all of us. It's not our fault. It's our conditioning. We've been conditioned most of our lives to view other women as threats and competition, to see a light shining on them as casting a shadow on us. It's not our fault, but it is our opportunity and our responsibility to make a different choice. So that's the internal work. Externally, let's do an audit on the women in our lives. When you think about the women that you come across personally and professionally in social circles, in your community, how do they make you feel? For those that make you feel bad about yourself and worth less, you must shift your spend away from them. Your time, your energy, your money. Let's stop giving attention to the women who don't have our back and shift our spend to the women that do.
I think that's good for women, for men, for everybody, for all the things that are like stealing our time and energy. When did you personally decide this movement was so important?
When I turned 40, a phrase came to me that would not leave until I paid it the respect it was due. And that phrase was, I will no longer abandon myself in service to others. This is something that women do because we are taught to. Our unpaid labor is worth $10.9 trillion every single year. So it's time for us to create our own economy. That's what the Hype Women economy is. We're making deposits and withdrawals of our human, social, financial, and political capital into one another. Karma is our currency, hype is our capital. And it's not just about celebrating each other's wins after they've happened. It's also about being a part of helping each other get there. So, like you said, Jamie Lee Curtis wrote the foreword of my book. I'm going to make a karmic deposit back into her right now. Today, producer Jamie Lee Curtis's movie, The Lost Bus, debuts on Apple TV. Go watch it, share it, hype it.
That's awesome. Now, you said that this kind of became most important to you when you turned 40. I am almost-ish 40. I'm 38, and I can agree with you.
Can't wait till you're in the club, girl. I can't wait.
I can agree with you that like time changes so much mentality on this topic, which is why I want to ask you how we can share this with like the little women and the little girls in our lives so that they don't have to wait until they're almost 40 or 40 to get this mindset and understand it.
Yes. Time absolutely shifted that in me. Also becoming a mother. I'm a mother of 9 and 7-year-old boys. So what I've learned is that our children are watching us. They are paying more attention to the way that we act than the words that we say. So this is the same experience for young women who are growing up, and they're watching the way other girls are acting, and they're watching the way their mothers are treating other women. Mean girls don't grow up to hype women. They grow up to hate women, and they want other women to do the same. They're raising the next generation of mean girls. We have to stop this cycle of self-destruction. And what I've realized is we can't stop loathing and lusting after other women's lives until we start loving our own. So it really does start with us. It starts in our communities, in our families, in our homes, in our bodies. When we stop abandoning ourselves in service to others, that's when we're going to create that real, sustainable, lasting change.
So where can we get your book and where can we follow along with everything that you're up to?
Yes, you can pre-order my book wherever you buy your books. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, bookshop.org, wherever you'd like to buy them. And I have collated all of that onto hypewomen.com. So we need you with us. Come and join our movement, become a Hype Women ambassador, go to hypewomen.com. I have your back. Thank you for having mine.
What a great way to celebrate Mean Girls Day. Erin, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Michelle.
Vic's waiting in the Mahoney Blue Room to talk about why Hispanic heritage is so important here in Rockford. We'll check in with him next.